So we're here today in Llanelli to meet Lisa Isaac, one of our pioneer ministers who has planted a church here in Llanelli. Golau Baptist Church, recently constituted, and the first members came into membership, and we're going to hear about her story and the exciting things that she's already seen God do amongst the community here.
The idea for a new church in Llanelli came about when I was in Cardiff Baptist College, about halfway through my studies there. So it was a 3-year course, and halfway through I felt God telling me that there needed to be something different for the people in Llanelli. I felt him saying it after my first year in college when I was going out for a walk just along the coastal path here. And more, I didn't really say about it first to people in college or any of the regional ministers. I just prayed about it and just felt more and more that he was saying, well, these people that you've got, they wouldn't have a place if these groups that you've started would stop. And then he was, as if he was placing those people on my heart. He kept sort of nudging me and poking me, a sort of thing. And then I started to speak about it in my second year in college to our pastoral group. After a few months I spoke to Mark Fairweather to see what he thought. Again, testing it to see what others were thinking as well, because every time I spoke about it to people, they had positive answers and could see that it was something that God had really placed on my heart. Golau in Welsh means light. And for myself, I always feel that God is a light. He is a light shining in the darkness for us. And that would be a way for people to come to know of Him in Llanelli, for others perhaps who don't know Him yet, that we could be a light for them. Very bilingual, so we wanted it to be a Welsh name, and just a simple one, but also a name that had a lot of meaning. And the fact is, Jesus is the light of the world, and He is a light for these people here in Llanelli. And for about a year, we really weren't sure where we were going to go. I wasn't sure, Rob and Mark weren't sure when I was speaking to them. But then it all happened in 1 week in July 2024. Just went for a prayer walk around the town with my father. And then on our walk, we passed the goods shed in Marsh Street. And we thought, oh, let's pop in and see what that looks like. And it looked wonderful inside, as you know, a train carriage, a cafe. And so I emailed the lady who runs the place because she wasn't working that day. And then she came back to me and said that they would love having a Renew Wellbeing space there and love having us using the space. So that was one down, and then it was just finding a bigger space for our church service really, and youth club, because we knew that that still needed to carry on. And so I contacted the lady who was in charge of the building then, and came over here, spoke with her and asked if we would be able to use it for a Sunday service around 4 o'clock and for the youth club, which would be straight afterwards. And again, they were really keen on having us. I know they prayed about it, they spoke about it to me later on and said they prayed and felt that it was the right decision to have a church meeting here, as it was a missionary place before. So that happened in 1 week. The goods shed happened, And Horizons happened in 1 week, where God not only provided one place, but 2 places for us. So we're very blessed. And again, God was a light guiding us to the right direction. Well, we wouldn't be here as a church without home mission funding from the South Wales Baptist Association. We've been able to start up this church with their help, their support first of all, not just money support, but the support of showing us what we need to do to become a constituted church, what are the different steps that we need to take into consideration. And as we've been going through our first year of planting Golau Baptist Church, Rob, Mark, Matt, all in South Wales Baptist Association have been such a help. Not only helping me, but also helping our sort of leaders to feel comfortable, because all of our leaders, bar myself and my husband then, they don't have any sort of church background, so it was very new for them, and they felt very comfortable knowing that South Wales Baptist Association are there, backing us up, and are there for any queries.
Well, it's been a great joy to spend time today with Lisa and to hear all about the story of Golau. The church that was birthed out of Lisa's relationship at Greenfield, supported by Pantaguida and the association, has now found its place here in Llanelli, in the Good Shed and here at World Horizons. And all of this with the support of Home Mission. So we thank you. Thank you to all our churches who give to Home Mission. What you've seen today would not be possible without that giving. So please continue to pray for the work here, and where you can, continue to give and to support Home Mission. Pray for Lisa and all the congregation here, and all that God is doing across our churches within our association. May His blessing be upon His people.